City Attorney, Mr. Gutierrez.
Yes, I do have a brief report, but if you don't mind, I'd like to also make some observations about Mr. Glover. In my short career, I've had an opportunity to work with a few city managers, and all have different styles. They all have different styles. They have strengths, no weaknesses, and there's two unique attributes that Mr. Glover has. I'll only mention one, and that is that never is there a phone call from Mr. Glover to me where he doesn't already have all the information and most of the answers. It's more like, hey, Jimmy, is this right? I just confirming it. But I just am amazed by the fact that he just invests himself in the issue. He knows it completely, and he's thought about it. Every possible side. It's just incredible. And so it makes it a lot easier for me to work with him. And I'm going to miss you, Pat. Hopefully you'll be around for a couple of rounds of golf.
It's called engineer's disease, Jimmy.
Well, I like it. The one area that I did want to report on tonight was a meeting that the Chino Desalter Authority had last Thursday and what led up to it. As you know, the Chino Desalter Authority was formed a few years ago between the City of Chino Hills, the City of Ontario, Harupa, and then it's expanded to Norco and Western. And the reason for it was to clean the groundwater, remove the salt so it can be potable water, and all the citizens of these cities have benefited from it over the years. But when the wells were originally dug, they were dug at the airport. That is, some of the wells were dug at the Chino Airport that's owned by the County of San Bernardino. And those wells showed higher than permissible levels of a contaminant called TCE. I think it stands for triethylene chloride or something like that, and it's not good for us. And over the years, CDA has paid extra to remove that water. Well, the plume has spread, and to the point that the Regional Water Quality Control Board issued an order to the County of San Bernardino to clean it up, and they haven't actually started the cleanup yet because they're in the process of sinking monitoring wells in the area to determine the scope of the plume in the water before they actually start the cleanup. And unbeknownst to most of us, had been some negotiations and some efforts to try to resolve it with the county. And then just quite recently, the board at CDA was faced with the option of actually bringing a lawsuit against the County of San Bernardino. Our Councilwoman Eunice Ulloa sits on that board, and she had an instinct that perhaps this was not the best option. So she gave us a call and asked us to look into it and analyze it, and we were able to meet with the CDA lawyer and convene a meeting with all the rest of the lawyers that represent the various member agencies as well as the technical staff. And we developed what we thought were some options other than bringing a lawsuit, and I did communicate that to the other lawyers that represent the members and to Councilwoman Ulloa, and then the CDA met on Thursday to make the determination of shall we file the lawsuit or not, and the board decided not to do so, and they decided to pursue other remedies, and I'd like to mention a couple of them. One is to work with the Regional Water Quality Control Board to get them to accelerate the county's cleanup. Another one is to work with the water master because there's remedies under the 1974 judgment and the optimum basement management plan that has been adopted since then that would give us the ability to maybe get a little more from the county a little faster. The third one was also to negotiate with the county because I understand they have a number of insurance policies that may be available. And of course the last one, and one very important one, is to use our personal and political relations with representatives of county government, such as Supervisor Gary Ovitt, who was here tonight. And by the way, I did share this topic with him, and he said he'd be happy to meet with us. I remember some years ago when we started with the CDA, a Chino boy, council member, mayor, assemblyman, supervisor, Fred Aguirre, met with us on the same issue, and he helped us out at that point in time. So we look forward to having that same kind of result from Gary Ovitt. And this is not to put any pressure on you, Gary, but just to let you know that it's coming and to work with you. The reason that this is important, of course, is because to clean the water is costing us more money. And if we're able to get it cleaned up through other efforts, we can reduce, of course, the cost of providing water. So I just wanted to bring that to the council's attention and compliment Councilwoman Ulloa for having spotted it and brought it forward. Perhaps you might want to make some comments on that yourself, but that concludes my report to the council and the public.
Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez.